Welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe and select the notification. I'm going to talk about my machine I purchased almost 2 years ago. It's a Dell XPS 8940 with the memory capacity of 16 gigabytes. That's two 8 gigs memory cards and a standard CPU fan, which is not the greatest. I mean, it's sufficient, but it doesn't, work as well as it need to be, because if you run into any high-end games and everything, you're gonna run some latency with that process. Cooling fan to cool down the CPU. So what I've done is I decided to upgrade both. First, I've done the memory. I went to Microcenter. I could have got much more higher capacity, but I think I don't have to go that high. I'm not using the machine that much. So I decided to purchase a, believe it or not, a Crucial 32 gigabytes Crucial sticks. There's like two 16s that add up to 32, with the two 8s on the machine itself that add up to 48. And it's not that bad. But the kicker was the fan. So I'm going to show you the original fan that I took out, because I'm going to show the video of what I did, what product I purchased. This is the old CPU cooling fan. Yes, it is meant for i3 and i5. And, it could work with the i7s fine, but, if we do for really complex and rendering and video editing, yes, it does gonna run some issues. And run some latency. And I do experience that, because when you first got the machine, everything runs fine, but when you add on so much data on it, especially pictures, videos, applications, other applications, it does take its toll, because then it starts to run slower, because it's got all those extra data on the flash drive, and the system got to read it all, and it does slows it down. So what I done is I purchased a CPU cooling fan from all places, from Amazon. Other places they offer cheap, but the shipping cost was undesirable, and I had no choice but to go to Amazon and get the most equivalent one, and I had to take a look at it. I will put the link in the description below, but I had to make a choice. I bite the bullet, took a risk, purchased the CPU cooling fan from Amazon, and it seemed like it's working okay. And what I also purchased from Microcenter, I'm gonna take this out because I already use it, is this thermal paste. Cryonaut. I bought this Cryonaut, and the guys from Microcenter told me this is the best one. I'm sorry I butchered the name. And I was looking at the Corsair, and they told me, say, don't buy that, buy this. This is a little bit better. So I'm glad I purchased it, and it seemed like it's working pretty well. Follow the instructions and the tools and everything, because what it comes with the paste, instructions, and believe it or not, this little paste right here. I use it, I utilize it, when you're going to see in the clip in the video. And the last but not least, the one thing I was kind of not really thrilled about it. I bought it. I'm going to take it back because I think it's worthless. Put this over here. Is this inland toolkit. It's cost me like $8. Well, you get what you pay for. It's made in China. You get what you pay for. The only thing, it works, but I had to improvise, because this extension is pretty good. It's okay, but there's a problem with this extension. So let me just demonstrate. I will demonstrate what I have issue with this extension. I get a bit, and usually Usually, you know, some of these tools got magnet on it, or it's a little bit got some bite in it, you know, snug fit. You know, you could like, you know, put it in and it doesn't drop. But this one, you put it in, it drops. Put it in, it drops. To work on this on a motherboard, it's not really acceptable. So what I had to do, I had to get a you had to use a like a paper towel, a small paper towel, put it between this and this bit and slide it in so to make it sure it snugs in and doesn't fall off. It kind of sucks that, you know, you got to screw in and this thing falls off and then you had to get it, and then it's not really the greatest tool. So this one's going back, totally going back. So what I'm gonna do now is what it is. You know, you get what you pay for. You know, this lesson learned. You get what you pay for, and always get the right tools. You know, sometimes you need to get something good and done, and that's it. But I'm gonna show you the clip how I disassembled the machine, removed the CPU, and installed the new removed the CPU cooling fan and installed the new CPU cooling fan. And you have to look at the details of what I've done, because I did almost made a mistake, and I kind of look at it carefully and I found out what the mistake was, and I kind of corrected that. So I'm going to show you the video right now. As you can see, I was having some issues using that tool I purchased from Microcenter, and lucky enough that the CPU cooling fan that came with the desktop was much lower than the one I'm going to replace, as you can see on the next clip. And here's the existing CPU. I mean, it's a standard. I mean, it works fine. It's just that it's what it is. First thing you do is gotta clean this off. You gotta clean all that stuff off. Gotta clean that, because you want to apply a new application on it. Yeah, because you want to get as much as you can. I use a paper towel. It's kind of moistly damp, and because it kind of is dry a little bit, it's good enough so I don't want no lint on it. I'm going to put a new thermal pasting on this. Don't want to make too much of a mess. I don't want to make too much of a mess. Okay, that's all I'm going to try to do. And here is the new one. Yeah, this should, let me see here, I gotta place this on the existing hose, existing position right here. Yep, it's kind of solid in. The main thing is, let me disconnect some of these wires out of the way. Or this out of the way. It doesn't matter. Yeah, like I can see where the direction where the fan goes. If I put it there, it's going to conflict with this. Yeah, because I kind of noticed now. Because the fan's this thing gonna blow in. Too bad it doesn't. Wait a minute, because no, it's not gonna. It doesn't have the length. It can't stretch it. Nope, can't stretch it. Because usually this will pull it out, or I'll just. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can do this. Let me do this.
Just loosen this up. Oh, this one pulls in. This one pulls in. Let's see this. Nope. Because I don't want no fan to clash. Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave it like it is. See what happens. If airflow doesn't work right, then I hate to take it out and reposition it. Because it'd be easier to blow it out this way. If this thing pulls it out this way, if it did, everything will clog up. So I think this. Oh yeah, it's in the wrong direction. I know this now. I look at this. Okay, let me just show you. Right here, it tells me where the direction the fan is doing. So it's pulling air out. So all I need to do is flip it around. So it's in the wrong position. Totally in the wrong position. It's got to go right here. Yeah, so it's so we're doing this pull this air out. So my problem is I gotta pay attention to details. So right here, you can't see it. I'm gonna pull it up. This is the direction that this air pulling out, the exhaust heat. So I gotta make sure this thing do the same direction that way. So any other direction is going to cause turbulence and is not going to perform as well. Good thing I pay attention to details. Do this on the other side too, where this screw is not magnet. You know, this is not magnetized. This is a waste of product. I gotta pull this tight. I gotta do it real tight now. And it's not magnetized. This should be magnetized. Why is not? This should be magnetized. It should not drop like this. And it's not a nice tug fit. Oh man, now I gotta improvise. Man, see, now I gotta improvise like this. You know, make it tight. I'm gonna put this paper in. Yeah, see, now it's tight. Now I feel confidence that it will hold. Man, I gotta improvise. Unbelievable. Hold on, something that's not in right. I gotta loosen this. Tighten it too tight, Lord. Let's get this thing out of alignment. So I'm gonna put this in. There it goes. Okay. I'm curious with the power supply on this one, because this one tells me a lot right now. Take a picture of this battery, of this power supply. Tell me what configuration you are. Do flash. Gotcha. Okay, you're at 500, so you can handle it. So you're at 500A. Okay, so power supply on this one is 500. Excellent. So it can, I could put like an i9 or whatever. I want on it, which is excellent, which I was hoping for, and it's verified. Because once one of the people on my last channel about this PC was asking to make sure it has a 500, and it does. Enough right now, so it doesn't rattle. Yeah, so it's rattle. So yep, there it is. It's not fit. See, this tool is worthless. So I'm gonna send it back because I had to improvise. I had to put a cloth because this thing should be magnetite. It shouldn't drop out. You see right here? It shouldn't drop out. That's annoying. And I gotta tighten this thing real tight. This tool is fine, but when it comes to certain functionalities, this tool is kind of short. It's the way it is. You get what you pay for, and that's it. Lesson learned: you get what you pay for. That's it. Would I recommend anyone get this tool? No, I wouldn't do it.
The only way I would find out now is to power it on and make sure it works. But this tool is not the greatest tool. No. You get what you pay for. That's what I'm saying. You get what you pay for. This right here, everybody's going to complain about. This is meant for i3. i5 maybe so, but i3, that is it. It could support an i7, but it's too weak to support an i7. You need something like this to handle, or liquid cool. If you get a liquid cool version, then you have to remove this, the heat exchanger cooling fan, the exhaust cooler fan, and put the radiator and everything placed right here, and then you get a liquid cool. Because that's the way it is. So hopefully this will resolve my problem, or hopefully I didn't cause no thermal issue, and hopefully I put enough pacing on it. Hopefully I did. I think. Hopefully. Maybe. So, but I want to make sure I get a good contact and everything. So, was this a very long video? Yeah, I might have to cut it down, and but it's goes to say that these machines are still upgradable as long as you find the right part for them and make sure it works. And I know a lot of people was complaining about when they order from Dell, they complain about the CPU, they complain about this. As long as you purchase their warranty, and if you get their warranty, you get the base one, and you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you might as well just get the accidental damage and everything, the full coverage, so it's covered. For a person like me, technically I don't need a warranty. If I do, I probably do pay for it, and I just like, hey, I need this and this and this. But unfortunately, I've upgraded the machine to such an extent, I already voided the warranty, so it doesn't matter. So if the motherboard goes, I could order another motherboard from Dell, put it in, that's it. Power supply, same thing. It's very easy for the power supply. It's very easy to replace. That's it. The power supply is easy to replace. The only thing is a pain in the ass is the wireless device. Is the wireless because it's kind of a little touchy. But everything else is simple. Simple, because this type of stuff had not changed for over 40 years, close to 40 to 50 years. Same thing. You learn the basic. You know how to set up the machine, and that's it. The only thing about Dell that they kind of proprietary, similar to Apple, like Hewlett Packard and Dell, they try to do things. You want to come to them to buy that, to buy the replacement part, which be honest with you, be expensive because you're paying the market value of their product. And then you could find compatible version of it, you know, aftermarkets. They're everywhere. All of them are aftermarkets. They're the same. Because Crucial is a company from Micron. Micron used to make computers a long time ago. And now, I mean, they lost out to Dell and Hewlett-Packard and Gateway gone. And, you know, now it's just Hewlett-Packard and Dell are the main providers for a lot of companies and a lot of government agencies. Because they're the, you know, they're two main suppliers because they back their product up. They work with the government agencies to make sure the machines are secured and everything. That's it. So when you buy stuff from Dell, make sure you know you get the highest. Make sure when you order it, you got to verify that, like make sure you get the not this, because if you get the basic, you're gonna get this because this is basic. You need something that is for, hey, I need something for video editing and all type of bells and whistles. You're going to get this or the liquid cool. That's pretty much it. So the final test is, it's powered on and see how it goes. I'm looking at the machine right now. Right now, as you can see, the machine is using an audio, actually display port to HDMI. So basically it is, I can't get no sound unless I install speakers, which it got speakers on the video card, which I do have a 42-inch TV and I hook it up to, and then it's fine. It's what it is. So the catch-22 is the CPU fan is working. That is a good question. That is the $100 question right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the chassis. I can hear it. Yeah, but it's working because I can hear it. You know, you probably don't hear much of it. Yeah, it makes a lot of noise. Actually, what it does, it make a lot of noise from the actual exhaust fan, you know, pushing the air, the heated air out, but it is working. So it is working. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully, when someone decided to upgrade the machine, it's not that hard, but not many people are computer savvy. Even though I demonstrated, it's not easy because there's you know, markings you have to look for, and not many people are not fully aware of it. And also this the metal is totally unforgiving. So if you're not too careful, you will cut yourself. Yes, especially on some of these hardware. They got sharp edges. Some of these edges are kind of round. So like right here, for the Dell, they're kind of round, so they're kind of aware of it, which is good. But on the CPU fan itself, it is not round. It's kind of like got some sharpness, so you got to be careful with it. So you don't want to get yourself cut. You will get yourself cut with this, but so basically it responded faster, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I will let you know how everything is going, and I will see you next time. Peace.